Welcome back to the show, everybody. Let's switch gears now. Trey, it has been killing us that we haven't had any Bayside sports talk about this season, but here we go, man. This week, we began previewing each Bayside football team as we prepare for our first week of action come March 5th.
Yeah, the first week of previews featured Bennett, Cambridge, Easton, and Queen Anne's. Take a look.
This year, haven't had hands on the kids since last winter. When we did winter lifting. So, with that being said, we're working to ease the kids back in, but kids know the expectation.
The Vikings will have to replace one of the most dynamic senior classes they've ever had, but Parker thinks the current players can live up to the past leaders.
We're looking to do the same thing this year. We've got quite a few kids that are ready, but you're right. I mean, it's tough to replace a Logan. It's tough to replace a Khalid, Cam, Lake, and Malik. We certainly have to replace all four of our skill positions.
Easton is looking to improve off a 6-3 regular season in 2019. Head coach Pat McGlinchey's Warriors story begins with the battle in the trenches.
We have 6 guys who are really competing for starting spots right now for the 5 positions, so that's a really good thing to have. Our offensive line and defensive line depth is impressive. So I'm looking forward to the battles just within our own camp, let alone when we actually get to hit another colored jersey.
Easton is powered by an aerial attack that will be hard to match in the Bayside, led by quarterback Ryan O'Connor and wideout Grant Copper. But this isn't the old Warriors offense this time around.
I think we're going to have a very dynamic offense and look for us to be able to run the ball this year, which is going to really put a lot of pressure on defenses.
The Queen Anne's Lions assumed a decade plus of dominance in the Bayside Conference under the leadership of Donnie Grafe. After his retirement, the Lions will now be led by longtime assistant Al Waters, who calls QA a dream job.
To be the head coach of where I played for 4 years, where I've coached for like 16 years, and now to be back as the head coach, it's unreal. It's a dream come true for me.
Even with all the obstacles the Lions will have to endure due to change, Waters says his guys will be ready for week 1.
I think teams probably think that, we may not be good because new system, new coaching staff, first-year head coach, all that kind of stuff. But the kids are ready.
We're installing a whole new offensive scheme, whole new defensive scheme this year.
The new man at the helm of the Bennett Clippers is bringing a new playbook with him. The offense will be a more balanced attack, going to almost primarily spread, and the defense will also see a makeover.
The big thing, again, kind of going back to the Bayside, is the ability to remain flexible. One week you could be playing a team like Easton, who's going to throw the ball 35, 40 times a game. The next week you could be playing North Carolina, who's as traditional wing T as they come. We try to find a defense or use a defensive scheme that's going to allow us to be flexible. I think being in that 4-2-5, that 4-3 look is going to allow us to, come up and play the run when we need to and drop back and play the pass when we need to as well.
Yeah, you know what, Brandon, just seeing that and knowing that we are just 2 weekends away from more football is now just giving me good vibes, man. I love Easton and what they bring to the table, but just show some love. Let me just show some love to Cambridge because every year, whether it's our fault or not, they don't get the love they deserve. They were 1 game short of the 1A state championship, and they have some real talent returning to the Vikings.
That's right. There's so much to dive into for this upcoming season, but what I can't wait to see is the competition for best quarterback in the conference up north. We've got Ryan O'Connor, who's been great for Easton for years now. He's on his way to Delaware, but John Henry has been impressive with Cambridge as well. We've also watched Henry mature as a passer and a player over the years. I can't wait to watch those two go at it to end this season.
Yeah, we gotta say that O'Connor has to be, above Henry right now, but there is an opportunity for Henry to come in and turn some heads this season. But O'Connor was worldly. He is unlike anything else that I've seen personally in the Bayside Conference.
Yeah, and then we also have brand new coaching up in Queen Anne's, and we have brand new coaching over at Bennett.
Yeah.
It's going to be an interesting season in the Bayside Conference, to say the least.
And 7 games to tell it all, so that's going to be pretty fun.
All right, stay right there, everyone. When we come back, Maryland restaurant owners are speaking out, saying despite being able to stay open later, it just is not enough.
I'm Nikki Kenefick, the head girls basketball coach at Mardell High School, and you're watching Delmarva Sports Insider.